What is up, ladies and gents? No, the sixth man has not turned Albanian all of a sudden. It is House Lasku who will be leading today. And today we've got we got another edition of a playoff pod. And we're going to be talking about two series specifically. We'll start off with the first series, and that is going to be, well, as you can see, some of us are a little bit down, and we've got the sixth man here. We've got Saltbray, and we've got House of 03. And Alex, I can't say I know what it feels like because my team has only ever won the first game of the first round since I've been following them. I know you've had a lot of heartbreak with your beloved Sixers for the past, I don't know, decade or so, or dozen years, however long you've been following them. What are your thoughts at the moment?
First of all, thank you all for joining me. They say that there's 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I don't know if we'll get to the 5th stage, but right now I'm at the first 2. Denial. The first stage of denial is me waking up at 2:30, seeing the score, seeing that the Philly have got a comfortable 20-point lead heading into the 4th. Oh, do you know what? Let me put it on. Let me start watching the game. The lead shrinks, and you're thinking, hang on a minute, Sweet Lou, maybe going on his revenge for Doc Rivers for leaving him out of the playoff rotation for last year. I've got love for Lou, Philly boy. We've drafted him. AI nurtured him, and we choked. Reggie, New York Knicks against Reggie Miller, choked hard. 2nd game in a row. And I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. There's a lot of things on my mind right now. We had a 97.5 chance of winning with 4:23 remaining left in the game. The Hawks outscored us 40-19 in the 4th. And Embiid and Seth Curry were the only 2 Sixers to score a field goal in the 2nd half.
Oh,
that is unacceptable. And as much as we say, Atlanta Hawks, well done, you've turned up and play, and give Nate McMillan the credit in the world, because basketball's a game of runs. We can still make a run with this, guys. We can get back into it. Bray Hill Cougars have also had a massive collapse ourselves, so we know what it's like. But
it happened.
But the Hawks have not won this series. We have lost it.
So I can see now you're getting to the denial phase. That's fine. So there's a bigger point I want to get to just overall about the playoffs, but just focusing on this series. Embiid was on fire first quarter. What was he? 8 for 8 from the field? Had over a dozen points, absolutely on fire. And it seems so baffling how they weren't able to generate any easy offense with Embiid in the 2nd half. And also how they weren't able to get any stops. You're supposed to have 3 elite defensive players in your starting lineup: Simmons, Embiid, and Thibault. And you were unable to stop Trae Young from the mid-range.
How dare you? How dare you perform like that in front of Allen Iverson? The man who gives 120% every single game he's played for Philadelphia, one of the best athletes in Philadelphia history. He comes out and rings the bell. How they came back into the game, Lou Williams torched Seth Curry. And all of our offense was around Seth Curry shooting, which Seth Curry, you turned up.
Yeah,
I've got no problem. You had an amazing game. Embiid played well. He's playing with a torn meniscus. But this boy right here.
Oh no, I know you. Yeah.
You're about to get traded.
Okay. I mean, let's hold on a second.
Quickly on that. Has your wallpaper changed on your phone yet?
No, I'm still riding with Ben, but he's going to get traded.
Okay.
Cool.
Stop.
Sorry,
okay. I think we need to pump the brakes here, because what they did in the 1st half was absolutely elite. They played exactly how they should in that 1st half. The defense was incredible from Philly. Joel was blowing up that pick and roll. What what Ben and Matisse were doing, honestly, there was no chance in hell. And that's why we're also surprised, because there was no chance the way they were playing defense. However, Joel Embiid is not a 40-minute a night player. He's a 32-minute a night player. And unfortunately, because your bench sucks, it means that he has to play longer and he doesn't have the legs for it. Obviously, he's injured as well. I don't know how much that affects it, but he's never been a 40-minute player.
Incorrect, Bray. Totally incorrect. We've never been the number 1 seed. We've never had this easy of a route towards a conference finals. We've never had Tobias take on this load, and a man turns up, scores 4 points. When Doc challenges him on the side, because I watched it happen, he said, what are you doing? Tobias had 3 straight turnovers in the game. Ben Simmons, 8 points. Yes, it's to be expected. 4 of 14 from the free throw. There was a stat. I think he holds the record as a guard for the lowest free throw percentage in NBA history.
They said that on Inside.
I don't give a fuck. You do not find a way of making it not the Sixers' fault. This is completely Philly's fault. The Hawks have not won this series. We've thrown it away.
I think he may need some coaching from Rick Barry. Let's get the underarm. Let's get the underarm back. Let's bring it back into the league.
Do you see the fans trying to coach him?
Yeah.
Do you know who we're missing, by the way? I just want to point this out. 2 huge leads blown. Who do we not have on our team who has all of the championship experience? Okay, Danny Green.
Yeah.
If Danny Green's on the court, I'm just making this up. But is it a case of he knows what it's like to be in the situations, and Philly fans dog him, and that is a catch-22 in itself, because Philly fans have been hated on Danny Green.
Yeah.
We need that championship experience. We don't have that experience.
I mean, okay, who do you blame the most, Alex? Who do you blame the most? Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, or Doc Rivers? I feel like they're the key candidates. Obviously, I was throwing some shade at Joel, but
if you're building a pie, a pie, how much percentage goes to each person?
Jesus.
Blame pie.
Yeah, blame pie. I like that. Yeah, blame pie.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to blame Ben Simmons because I think Doc has put him in a position where he's not utilized on offense in the 4th quarter. There is stuff that he can do better, free throws, and be more aggressive when he gets it. Tobias has had an amazing playoffs. He's played so well. I wish he probably would have shot more. Like you said, Embiid's he's a 32-minute player. He's not a 40-minute player. Harris has been shooting well. He's been averaging 20 this series. He should have shot the ball more, and he wet the bed. He absolutely shat his pants. And the understanding of Doc, get the ball out of Lou Williams' hands. Lou Williams keeps scoring on Seth Curry, double team him, make somebody else shoot the ball. He literally looked down the bench. He probably thought, okay, let's just try this with Lou, and they've won the game.
That was Nate McMillan. That was because what he did is he went big with Gallinari at the 3 and John Collins at the 4, which meant that you have nowhere to hide Seth Curry. They had absolutely nowhere to hide him because Ben Simmons has to be matched up on Trae Young.
So I mean,
2 things.
Lou Williams, his plus minus, he was a plus 31.
He's a killer. He's a professional scorer. Man.
That is, and Lou Williams is a bad playoff player. That is his best ever playoff performance.
So that's to Doc Rivers. What, dude? He must have been looking at AI. AI must have been like, I've done well. But the last point I make on that, coach makes an adjustment, you make an adjustment back. You don't let it just play out and let it run out. He went on for too long. We called a couple of timeouts. They look scared. Second time it's happened. When will we learn?
There's 2 things. There's 2 final things I want to bring up. You literally just touched on one of them, and the other bit we touched on a bit earlier, just a wider thing. So firstly, Doc Rivers. This is just becoming his norm. This is becoming a bit of a tendency. Maybe we're looking at it just way too simplistically, and we're just being just so simple. It's like, oh, he's the 10 blown knees, and we're not looking at the context behind it. But when it happens again and again and again, you start thinking, shit, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And also, Ed, you said it from the start. That Celtics team is the most overhyped, and it keeps giving more evidence supporting you. We saw what happened in Clipper Town as well.
I mean, Ty Lue, his assistant, was he the assistant when they won?
He was the assistant
in Boston.
No, that was Tibbs, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, of course it was. Sorry. So his assistant, obviously, when he was in LA, Ty Lue has been pulling some fantastic moves throughout these playoffs.
Do you want a Dame for Ben, Jordan?
Oh,
Dame for Ben? Nah. Portland's
CJ
too in love with Dame. I'm good.
CJ for Ben?
That might be a bailout for Portland.
CJ for Ben? Would you take that, Jord?
You in a heartbeat, mate. In a heartbeat, honestly.
Yeah, I would. I agree with you. Like, it's not hard, but like with the Portland fans, like we do want to see that work, but obviously, we have to let one of them go. And if it's between Dame or CJ, we'll give up CJ. We'll give up CJ
for Ben Simmons. Oh my
Alex?
word! Honestly,
I don't know. His stock is plummeting.
True, but it's like who you going to get for Ben? I mean, we're going down a rabbit hole here. We can't. Let's wait. Yeah. Let's wait until the series is over, then we can have that discussion.
Okay. Series predictions. Just go around the 4. Quickly.
I'll start. Philly in 7.
Ooh.
Bad shout. I was going to say Hawks in 7.
I can't deal with it, man. I swear to God.
What gives Alex the most
pain?
Hawks in 7.
Fucking show. Cancel the whole show if the Hawks win in 7.
Hawks in 7.
I can't deal with this shit.
Hawks in
Alex,
7.
what's your prediction?
Don't you dare say Hawks in 7.
Hawks in 7.
Ed, I'll go last.
Yeah, we've all said. Me and Jordan said Hawks in 7.
Yeah,
Hawks in 7. I can't believe you said 6, isn't? Fuck. Do you want the real answer? Or do you want the fake answer?
The real answer. Give us the real answer.
Come on.
Go on.
When do we ever do fake answers?
Hawks in 6.